What's up, everybody?
Hi everybody, it's Cindy here with Stampin' Chick Creations. I am back with week 2 of our fall series class. So I really hope that you enjoyed last week's cards. I see some of you were requesting the measurement, so I will get those posted, so my apologies. I actually was not notified that I had any comments on my YouTube channel, so my apologies for that. I will get those measurements posted, and I will actually include the measurements for this one as well throughout the video as we get going. So thank you for coming back for week 2. I love fall cards, and if you've been watching my videos, you know that the All About Autumn paper is one of my favorites, and I have to say, I've never seen Stampin' Up. No, that's not true. I was gonna say I've never seen Stampin' Up put out such beautiful paper before, but I have. So the All About Autumn paper went on back order very quickly. It came back for just a few short hours, and then we sold it out again. So it is now sold out until the end of October. So if you missed out on that, my apologies, but this is why we have to jump on things super quick. So if there's anything in the holiday book that you're looking to purchase, please do not wait. Do not think that, oh, well, I'll just get it later, because that is not the case this time around, okay? The other thing is my October classes are up. And I have sent out an email to each person who's on my email list. It would have come in. So please check that out. But you can also find it on my website. And if you don't know how to do that, if you click on the Linktree link here in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, or if you just copy that, that will take you to all of my social media links, and you can find my website there as well. And all of my events are there, and they're on Facebook as well. All right, let's get started for week 2. So this week I am using, again, Autumn Leaves bundle, which I love this bundle so much. And again, I did showcase this last week, but in case you missed week 1, you want to go back and watch those cards as well. This stamp set is incredible, and these dies are even more incredible. So if this is on your wish list, please do not wait to get it, because it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell out really quick. The other one is this rustic crate, and I explained last week during the video that I love this one because it's not just a fall set. It is actually all occasions. It can be Christmas, it can be fall, it can be a lot of things, right? And I think we could use this as time goes on. And this one as well has a coordinating die set. And this little crate here is stinking adorable. So we are going to use these 2 items today. And the other one that I'm going to use is, not on both cards, on the one though, is this one. It's a die set called Stylish Shapes. And you've seen me use this probably a million times, but I just want you to see this one again. And this one actually has our squares, our circles, and our flags, and they are all stitched. Okay, so a really great die set. It should definitely be a staple in your crafting world. All right, so let's get started with card number 1. So card number 1, actually, I'm going to use a piece of crumb cake. My cards just all fell off the desk here. Don't ask me why. I'm going to use a piece of, no, this is not crumb cake. I'm so sorry. Crushed curry. And I'm using the piece of the autumn paper. Because my die cutting machine is out in the other room, I actually have gone ahead and die cut everything for you. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to adjust my camera so you don't see my ugly bar light here and my ugly camera. But so I have gone ahead and I have die cut these for you just for simplicity's sake. So what you're going to do when you're doing this card, it's just a standard card. But what you want to do is you actually want to die cut both pieces at the same time. So what does that mean? It means that you would glue this down, run this through your die cutting machine, and then that way you get these both cut out at the same time. And the reason you're doing that is because you really just want to make sure that your circles line up and that they're not kind of like off wonky one way or another. So this paper is just stunning, absolutely stunning. So the one side's very fallish and the back side is got a lot of the foils in it. It's beautiful. If you're coming to my soiree event at the end of October, you might see this as a prize, this pack of paper. And as of the time of this video, this paper is sold out again for the second round. So if you're fortunate enough to get one of these packs of paper, you are truly blessed. All right, so here is my circle. So I'm just going to kind of glue that down a little bit. I did not do an amazing job die cutting this, did I? Look at me go. So it's not very even, so my apologies. I thought it was even when I put it through the die cutting machine, but clearly it is not. But you wouldn't have known that unless I said something. So, all right, let's get started. The other thing that I need, which I did not do here, I'll just grab one of these, is I need a piece of Very Vanilla. And this is actually going to go on the inside of my card. So this is just a standard 4 by 5 1/4. And quite often, what you will see is I have usually cut a pack of Very Vanilla or basic white down to this size, and I have them here in front of me, and I just pull my stock from there. Because I do go through so much of this that it's just easier for me to have a stack pre-cut. I realized I forgot to put my silicone mat down as well. Oh, I'm just batting 1,000 today, aren't I, friends? All right, so here we go. So this is what we have. Not so fancy-dancy just yet, is it? Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to bring in my pumpkin pie ink pad. And I'm going to use with a grateful heart. Okay? And so I'm going to pull this in. As soon as I find it here, this one says, I'm thankful. It's right there in front of me. All right. I do find the photopolymer sometimes I have to look a little bit closer. Okay, so here's going to be the really tricky part to this is I am going to open up my pumpkin pie. I am going to stamp with a grateful heart here. And I'm going to stamp this in the center of my card. Okay, I can't really tell if that's straight or not because I'm on a bad angle and I'm trying not to put my head in the camera because really nobody wants to see my head. Okay, so what I've done is I have actually gone ahead and I have pre-die cut these dies just for sake of the video because I find that part kind of boring when I'm watching people. So I have die cut 2 of each of these, and then I have also cut these vines here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to actually go ahead and put these ones here like that. And I'm going to use my fine tip glue for this. Now, if I was really on the ball and paying attention, which Lord knows that can't happen too many times, I would have actually ran these through on my adhesive sheets and I would not have to use my fine tip glue. But unfortunately, I don't ever remember about my adhesive sheets until after it's too late. So one day I'll get there. Okay. I'm just going to put that there. I'm just going to let that dry. And then I'm going to put this one here. And I'm just putting it down the center of this stem, really. And I want to just be careful as to not cover up my letter there. It does take a second for it to stick down. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this glue. So I like to put my finger against the needle, and then it helps me guide this needle into the bottom of the bottle. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead. My fingers are not working, which is awesome. And I'm going to glue So these ones are the, this color is Wild Wheat. And I think this color you either love or hate. And then I'm going to do my Mossy Meadow next. I'm just going to kind of position these to see where I want them to go. And then I'll come in, actually, you know what I'm going to do? That's kind of silly of me. I'm going to put my pumpkin pie maple leaf first to break up the color. That was awfully silly of me. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. And then I'll come in with my Mossy Meadow. And then my Mossy Meadow. And then I'm going to put a bow here. Okay. So let's go ahead. Actually, what I might do with this is I might actually put these on dimensionals. I was not going to. The original card that I designed did not have these on dimensionals, but I'm thinking it might be kind of fun. So I'm going to put this one here. And you know what I'm actually going to do is I am going to just grab my paper snips here, and I'm just going to trim off that little bit of stem here because it's not glued down anyway. I feel like it's going to get in the way. So let's go ahead here, and then I can put this one going that way. I think this one might be glued down. And then I can put my orange. So I'm just kind of going back and forth. Oops. Yeah, my fingers really are not working. I don't know if it's because they're very cold or what the case is. Okay. And then there we go. And then I'm going to do my greens. So this is Mossy Meadow. This card comes together super, super quick once you've die cut all the pieces. And then put this one here. And then what I'm going to do is I have a piece of this black and white grosgrain ribbon is what it's called. I'm going to see if I can find my silicone mat. It was sitting here beside me, but apparently it has grown legs, my friends, and it has walked away. So, all right, well, we're just going to wing it then. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take one of my Stampin' Blends, and I'm going to actually go ahead and I'm going to color this. And I'm going to color this in Pumpkin Pie. And I don't actually have to use my, actually, you know what? I'm not going to use my blends because I don't need to use my blends for this. I could actually use my Stampin' Write marker. And I'm going to actually go ahead and I'm going to color this. Now, I don't know how many of you guys know that you can use your markers to color your ribbon. So most of the ribbon can be colored, which is great because then you can make your own color ribbon to match your project. So, and you can make it as dark or as light as you want. I like to flip it over and do both sides of my ribbon, just because I find personally that it makes the ribbon more vibrant looking. But you can do whatever you prefer. So I just turned this black and white ribbon into orange ribbon. So if you don't have orange ribbon, you don't have to worry because there is my ribbon all colored now. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead. Now I have way more ribbon here than I need, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make my bow. I'm going to try to make it a pretty bow, but let's not like have too high of expectations right now because my fingers are so cold that I can't actually feel them, believe it or not. And it's not even winter yet. What in the heck am I going to do when winter hits? All right, and then I'm going to put this right about there. So I'm going to trim this down a little bit. And I do remember taking my glue dots out to the main room last night when I had class, so I don't even have any glue dots near me. Talk about not being prepared, friends. That's all right. Okay. And so that will just fall right about there. I'll just use a dimensional for right now, and then once I am done, I will switch this back. Okay. How cute is that? I need to trim this a little bit. There. There we go. How cute is that? Very, very simple card. It is a standard card, but I think it's a great way to showcase the paper, and it's a great way to do a fun fold without really doing a lot of extra work for that one. So I'll show you my original card, which is this one right here, and you're going to notice this beautiful copper ribbon. It is on back order until the end of October, so that's why I had to modify, but you can see essentially it's the same concept, just a slightly different. All right, so that's card number 1. Card number 2, I am using a piece of Mossy Meadow cardstock. And again, watch here because the measurements are going to pop up. I am going to use a couple pieces of Very Vanilla, 1 piece of Mossy Meadow, and then I have some Designer Series paper here. And you'll notice this is the same pattern as the last card that I did. It's just we're going to use the back part of this one. So what I'm going to do for this one, we're going to play a little bit of matchy game here. So I'm going to actually go ahead and I am going to adhere this down onto my Very Vanilla. I'm going to make a mat for it. And you don't have to do this step. I just find for me, it just adds just a little bit of a wow to have a really nice thin border. And again, my finger's not feeling it right now. So trying to make that nice and straight. Okay, and then this one here, I'm going to do the same. And you'll notice this, yes, it's a very, very fine border on purpose. You can make it as thicker, as thin as you want. I just like to go ahead and make mine very, very thin. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to go ahead and glue this down. So this is what we call the gatefold card. It's like a different fold to the gatefold, a traditional gatefold. Traditional gatefold is a fold right exactly in the middle of your card. This one is like a side gatefold card is what we would call it. Okay, so we're just going to put that down. Then we're going to come in here. And if my glue cooperates, come on, glue. Come on. There we go. We'll go ahead and put this one down. So if you're doing this with directional paper, you just want to be very, very cautious as to how you're cutting your paper and gluing it down, right? Okay, and then this will be the inside of my card. So I'm going to go ahead and I can glue this down. Like such. Oops, daisies. There we go. Okay, now the really fun part comes in. So now I have these 2 pieces left. So this is what we have so far. Just, it's a very fun, simple fold. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a block, And my apologies, again, my good blocks are out in the other room. And I'm going to actually use the rustic crate for this one. And I'm going to use this one again. I know I did use this one last week, but I'm going to use it again. And I like it. And I think it's a fantastic one for the fall. I love the pumpkin. I love the sunflowers. Try and see if I have a smaller. Okay, we'll just go with this one. Smaller block. And this one I'm going to put on it, good things take time to grow. And which I feel is so appropriate. I think all the good things take time to grow. All right, and I'm going to do this one in Mossy Meadow ink as soon as I can find my Mossy Meadow. This is a brand new ink pen. Like literally, I've only used it like, this might be my third time. So it's going to be pretty juicy. So I'm going to bring in my Very Vanilla. I'm going to try to line this up straight. And you'll notice I'm doing my sentiment first, and I'm doing that on purpose. I'm doing that on purpose so that I have enough room to do my image, right? Because if I do my image and I do it too far down, then we won't even be able to put our sentiment. So I like to do the sentiment first and then go ahead and do my words sometimes. Because I have found many times that I've done it the other way around and then I go, oh darn, I don't have enough room. All right, so I'm going to go up a smidge on this one because I want to make sure that I have enough room to ground my image. Look how nice and crisp that is. All right, so now what I need is I'm going to take a piece of the Mossy Meadow, not a piece, I'm going to take the blend, Mossy Meadow. This is the light Mossy Meadow, which is still quite dark. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color in the leaves on the corn, cobs of the corn. Now I am using the chisel end on this one because this is a very, very fine image, and you have to be very cautious as to where you are coloring. And I'm going to do these leaves on the pumpkins as well. So again, do not forget about the ordering special. If you order $50 or more with me before the end of September, I'm going to put your name in a draw because you are helping me actually earn an incentive trip I'm super excited about, and I'm close to my goal, but I'm so far away all at the same time. All right, so I'm going to use my crumb cake, and I'm going to do the center of my sunflowers. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to bring in my pumpkin pies. I think some of these pumpkin pies actually just need to be replaced. And I thought I had ordered some, but potentially not. Okay, where's my pumpkins? Right here. Okay, so I'm coming in with my light pumpkin pie. So it does not matter which order you do this in, okay? I know it's kind of more of a preference. I like to go dark and then highlight, but sometimes you will see me go dark and then come in with the light. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. I'm just trying to be very, very careful around my flowers. So I would love for you to comment and let me know what you think. And if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, you're going to want to do that because Facebook does not like it when we post links taking you to our YouTube channel. So it actually blocks you from seeing that post. So a lot of times my videos go live and you don't even know that I've posted a video. So if you want to be the first to know when there's a new video up, you're going to have to subscribe. And be sure to share that with all of your friends. So you'll see I just brought in the dark and it's kind of giving it a little bit of shading there. And now I need to do my, oh, I forgot to do one of my leaves down here. So I'll come in with this one here. Just got to be very, very careful. I'm going to turn this so I can actually see. I don't have my light on as well because it does not video well when the light is on. So it's very difficult for me to see. There, okay. So that is my light mossy meadow. Now I could come in, what color is this? This is my dark mossy meadow. Wow, this is really dark. And kind of do this. Okay. And so what I'm doing is just kind of going over the lines where it's supposed to be a little bit darker. So now I have my corn on the cob that I need to do. So I'm going to do them in yellow. And so I'm going to use, I'll use Lemon Lolly for the corn. And this is a new color, Lemon Lolly. So you might be surprised. It's very, very light. Very light, yes. It's not like any of our other colors. It's kind of a brighter color. And then what I'm going to do is for my yellow, I'm going to make my sunflowers yellow. But what I'm going to do for them is I'm actually going to use the Dark Daffodil Delight. And I think this is supposed to be here. I think that was actually supposed to be a petal. Okay, I'm going to go in here with the chisel or the paintbrush. Oh, this one is the one that's, the paintbrush is a little bit caca. So this is Dark Daffodil Delight is what I'm using here. Now, I would not normally color this with just the dark. I might actually come in and do the light and then come in with the dark like I did on the other ones. But I really want these flowers to pop. So I'm going to come in with the dark all together. Now, I could probably have put some orange on the tips of these and then blended them in if I really wanted to. Just to kind of give it a two-tone color. So this is the beauty of these blends, is that they're intended to blend, right? So mixing colors can be kind of fun sometimes. All right, let's see here. Okay, so now I've got the outsides. I can come back in and use my paintbrush end and just move those around. Okay. There, as such. So now I think this looks a little bit odd that it's just there, right? So let's bring in, I think I'll bring in this one. This is a light pool party. And I'm going to bring in the paintbrush end. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to kind of bring in some lines underneath, just to kind of ground my image, so it doesn't look like it's just floating amongst air. It looks like it's actually there now. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our Wink of Stella, because everybody has to have Wink of Stella. If you don't have Wink of Stella, it's a staple in your toolkit. So when I say a standard toolkit, this needs to be in it. I'm going to do the pumpkins too. What the heck? I like to bling things up. So you will not be able to see this on camera, my guess is. Let's do the corn too. But what Wink of Stella does is it just adds a very, very light glimmer to your image. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down onto my mossy metal frame. You can see how simple this card is. I love simple wow cards, right? Like they don't have to take hours and hours and hours. I mean, some do, and I mean, I appreciate them for sure. But now, what we're going to do is we are actually going to go ahead and adhere this on here. However, we have to be very cautious because if we glue the whole thing down, our card will be shut. So this is where you need to make a decision. Do you want this to open like this? Or do you want this to open like this? So, totally your choice, not a right or a wrong. I'm going to glue it on this side. So when I go to glue this, I have to be very cautious that I'm not gluing the entire back. So you'll see I'm only doing about half quarter. I'm going to center this. Oops, daisies. Top and bottom, side to side. I don't really know if that's 100% centered, but I'm going to hold it there just for a second. And then there is my card done. Okay, so when you open this, bam and bam. So cute, so cute. So here is my original card that I did ahead of this video. You'll see that my ink pad was kind of like pooching on me there. And then this one actually opens like this. I didn't put the inside on this one, but this one actually opens to the left and this one opens to the right. So exactly the same, not really a big difference, totally up to you. You can do some one way, some the other, and they work identical. Okay, so here's your first two cards. I'll have to fix my bow. Super cute. So that teaches you a really cool technique. That's the original card. And then this is the card that we made today. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I am going to be doing another week. So week 3, with different cards, different layouts, different things. So you need to come back and join me for that next week. But in the meantime, it would be a huge benefit to me if you liked and shared this video, and if you joined and subscribed to my channel so you could be the very first person to know when I have a new video going live. All right. Thank you everybody for joining me. I hope you're having a great day. Be sure to come back next week for some more videos. And if you would like Christmas videos, let me know because I'm putting that on my list. All right. Thanks everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Anything is possible. It started with a dream. Our passion made a difference and built a